Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Bobcats Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat Women's Basketball, brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, here to help you through all life's events, big and small. Visit rmcu.net to find out more. Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. First Interstate Bank, built for you. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana.
Puts it up in the lane, no good. Rebound, put back, it's good! The Bobcats win it at the buzzer! Montana State is going dancing! Going dancing!
Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of Bobcat women's basketball, Daniel Salle.
It's Championship Wednesday here at the Big Sky Tournament. Daniel Salle coming to you live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position as the 2-seeded Montana State Bobcats take on the top-seeded Idaho Vandals. Round 3 between these two opponents this season. And we're going to start things off by talking to the head coach of Montana State, Tricia Binford. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Great to be here, Daniel.
Well, Coach, you're in the championship game with your team for the second time in as many seasons. How are you feeling today?
Feel great. It's great to be here.
Well, an exciting game to say the least yesterday, starting with that shot at the end by Brianne to force overtime. What was going through your mind throughout all that?
Well, the play was kind of blown in the middle of it. Thought Addie had an opportunity to put it up, but once it was off in the air, I'm like, this thing's got a chance. And with the way this team has played this year, there's always a chance.
Well, and yesterday's game was close, and I feel like one of the themes you and I have discussed over the course of the season is that there's been a handful of games like this to prepare your team for these moments when March rolls around. Could you just talk about the importance of that up to this point?
Well, yeah, this team is fearless. I do feel like the third quarter we played a little bit tight. It seemed like we had some nerves in that stretch, so hopefully that kind of got that out of the way today to go do the work and just go out and compete and give everything we can and not worry about the outcome. I think when we play relentless, that the rest of that stuff will take care of itself. This team has so much fight in them, so much room for growth still. So excited to see what they put together today.
And I know you've been taking it one game at a time, but, it seems like over the last couple months, this has been a collision course for your team and Idaho to meet as the top 2 seeds in this championship game. And now we're finally here, split with them in the season series, a big win in Bozeman back in January, and then losing a close one in Moscow opening up February. Just talk about kind of where your team's progressed since that last game against Idaho, and what are some things to look out for with this Idaho team?
Well, Idaho is really the first team that collapsed and kept people in the paint the second time around. So we've since found different ways to be aggressive with that, especially off of our point guards. So I feel like we've got a lot better there. But at the same time, we each won our home floor. The big thing today is both have atmospheres, both have crowds. I think our crowd is going to be unbelievable today. I think our Spirit Squad and our Spirit of the West marching band, this is going to feel like a home game for us. So we just want to feed off that energy and give them everything we have.
And obviously yesterday's game was a little bit of an emotional one. What's been the messaging with the team last night getting ready and then today at shoot-around to get them prepared for today?
Well, obviously it's you only need one more point than your opponent, but at the same time we have a lot to learn from that second half. We didn't do a great job in transition defense. We bailed out a lot of drivers, so we have to be a lot more disciplined on our one-on-one guarding. And this is a team that's also very fast and very dynamic in the open court, so we're going to have to do a great job of building that wall early, making them earn what they get today so we can build off that and really get out and transition.
Well, Coach, that's all I got for you. Best of luck today. As always, appreciate your time, and let's go get it done.
Sounds great. Thanks, Daniel.
That was head coach Tricia Binford. We'll have more pregame coverage coming up next. You're listening to Montana State Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
broadcast position. You just heard from head coach Trisha Binford. We're changing up the order of operations a little bit here today, but we are all set to go. It's the Big Sky Conference Championship game, and couldn't be happier to be here today bringing you the action here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position as Montana State, the 2 seed, takes on Idaho, the 1 seed. And you have these two teams, as I mentioned in the interview, it's been a bit of a collision course all season. You know, the two teams that have really separated themselves along the top Big Sky competition. And now the bracket shook out as Chalk would expect it to. And we have a matchup that I think a lot of people should be looking forward to here this afternoon. Montana State, the 2 seed, now 25-6 and 18-2 overall this season. Again, they're tied for second most wins in program history. Of course, last year's team set the record, and then the 2020 team was at 25 wins, and they were actually scheduled to play in the conference championship against Idaho to get to 26. Of course, COVID happened. That game got canceled, and we never got to see the finish for that 2020 team that was so special in Bozeman and in the Bobcat community. And so I think that this is a game for Coach Binford that is definitely holding some weight in that aspect. So something to keep in mind today as things go along here in Boise at the Idaho Central Arena. But big matchup today as the Bobcats are coming off a 78-57 win over, or sorry, they were 78-57 in the quarterfinals over Montana on Sunday. They're coming off a 79-77 overtime win over Eastern Washington yesterday in the semifinals. Taylor Chirick led the way in that game with 26 points. She also had 5 rebounds and 3 steals. Addison Harris was in double figures with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Brianne Bailey had 10 points, and including the miracle three-pointer to force overtime. I mean, just the moment that happened yesterday was so special. And, along any championship run, there's always going to be those types of plays. And that's the one so far for the Bobcats. They got the ball inbounded from the sideline, needed a 3 to tie it, worked it around over to the left wing to Addie Harris. She didn't have the look, so she skipped it back over to Brianne Bailey. And as she said in her post-game press conference, told her to shoot it. Actually yelled at her, shoot it, shoot it. Brianne took the initiative, took a dribble, stepped into one, and a high-arcing shot that even cleared out of the TV cameras on the frame. It was nothing but net, as pure a swish as you'll ever see. And the Bobcats forced overtime. In overtime, they were 1 of 7 from the field and 8 of 12 from the free throw line. So a tremendous showing by Montana State yesterday that got a little scary down the stretch. But in the end, the Bobcats took care of business and punched their ticket to the Big Sky Conference Championship game here today. So let's go ahead now and take a look at their opponent, the Idaho Vandals, presented by Mountain Hot Tub, Montana's largest hot tub retailer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. The Vandals now 28-5 this season and 19-1 against Big Sky opponents. Of course, the 17-1 regular season record, and their 2 wins to get them here to this game today. 66-52, they beat Weber in the quarterfinals, and 59-51, they beat Sac State yesterday in the semifinal round. In that game yesterday, Hope Hassman, the first-team all-conference guard, had 15 points. Deborah Dos Santos, who was the Big Sky top reserve, had 14 points and 12 rebounds. Kira Gardner had 13 points and 6 rebounds. Gardner, also a first-team all-conference selection, and was voted the newcomer of the year. The head coach for the Vandals is Arthur Morera. He's in his second year and was a unanimous selection this season for Big Sky Coach of the Year. Again, Hope Hassman and Kira Gardner, the 2 leaders in that backcourt, both first-team all-conference selections, and this Idaho team is on a 17-game winning streak heading into today. The Bobcats will hope to put an end to that winning streak and punch their ticket to the big dance here at Idaho Central Arena. The crowd's filling in nicely. We're going to go ahead and take one more break. When we come back, we'll have some more pregame coverage here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Montana State Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust. From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
First Interstate Bank broadcast position, just a few minutes away from tip-off here for the Big Sky Conference Championship game. Two-seeded Bobcats looking to punch their ticket to the big dance, and standing in their way is the top seed, the Idaho Vandals, 28-5 overall this season, fresh off of a 59-51 win over Sacramento State in the semifinal round. And these two teams have played twice already this season. The first one, I think, came as a bit of a surprise to almost everybody. The Bobcats won that game in Bozeman on January 10th, 99-66. Taylor Chirick had 23 points in that game. Breanne Bailey added 18. And most importantly, the Bobcats had 47 bench points in that convincing win over Idaho. But Idaho turned the tide in February. On February 5th, they won 73-70 in overtime in Moscow over Montana State. Taylor and Addie each had 15 points in that game. Kira Gardner for Idaho had 18 points, and Deborah Dos Santos, she was the player of the game with 14 points and 17 rebounds. The good news for the Bobcats is in those two matchups against Idaho, they forced a combined 52 turnovers. So what's it going to take for the Bobcats to get it done today? Let's go ahead and discuss the keys to the game, sponsored by Kendall Ford. Number one, rebounding. Idaho's number one in the league in rebounding, and they are tenacious on the offensive glass. For Montana State, they got to keep an eye on Barbosa and Dos Santos, the two post players for the Vandals. Barbosa's been starting almost all season. Deborah Dos Santos did get the start in yesterday's semifinal game, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go along and introduce the starting lineups in a few minutes. The next one is the three ball for Montana State. Yesterday they were 6 of 25 from downtown, and things got a little dicey. On the other side of things, on Sunday they were 10 of 24 from outside against Montana. If they can just get a couple more of those threes to fall, especially with the way Idaho will likely pack the paint, that would really change things and get Idaho out of sorts defensively. So looking to see the Bobcats knock down some three-pointers in this game here today to help make things interesting. The last one, and to me this is the most important, championship pedigree. Coach Binford is a staple, a fixture in the Big Sky Championship game. Her program has become the standard in this league over the last decade. She just coached a championship-winning team last season. And on this team, you have Addie Harris, Taylor Chirick, Ella Johnson, and Izzy Bunyan, who have that championship pedigree. They've played in a championship game in this building, in this tournament, and so that experience needs to be a tool for success for Montana State. If they want to get this thing done today, they're going to need to utilize that experience and lean on it for all four quarters. We're going to go ahead and take one more break. When we come back, we will have starting lineups and tip-off here from Idaho Central Arena at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Montana State Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We are just moments away from tip-off here for the Big Sky Conference Championship game. It's Montana State against Idaho, the top two teams in the Big Sky. And before we meet our starting lineups, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. All right, it's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the Idaho Vandals, announced by head coach Arthur Morera in his second season, and he's done a tremendous job. Unanimous Big Sky Coach of the Year for a reason, has put together quite the roster, and his starting lineup will look as follows. At point guard, a 5'8" junior out of Maple Valley, Washington, wearing number 4, first-team All-Big Sky Conference selection this season. That's Hope Hassman. At guard, wearing number 5, a 5'8" sophomore out of Folsom, California, Ella Uriardi. Also at guard, a 5'11" senior out of Raymond, Washington, wearing number 3. That's Kira Gardner. Gardner, the transfer from Washington State, was Big Sky Newcomer of the Year and also a first-team All-Conference selection this season. Averaged 13 points and 7 rebounds a game. At forward, wearing number 37, a 6-foot sophomore out of Braga, Portugal. That's Ana Pinheiro, and Pinheiro is one of the best on-ball defenders in this league. She was voted the All-Big Sky defensive team. She's the one who's always tasked with the assignment defensively. Whoever the other team's leading scorer is, as long as it's not a big post, she's going to be guarding her, and she does a tremendous job at that. At forward, rounding it out, wearing number 10, a 6'5" redshirt senior out of Itatiba, Brazil, wearing number 10, Lorena Barbosa. And Barbosa, she's a presence inside, and she capitalizes on offensive rebounds more than just about any player in this league, and she's really good at that second jump, meaning when she gets a shot underneath the basket, if it doesn't go down, she's really good at getting right up there and getting her own miss and putting it back in for 2. The Bobcats got to keep her and Deborah Dos Santos off the glass if they want to walk out of here as Big Sky champions today. Let's go ahead and switch it on over to the Montana State Bobcats, the number 2 seed in this tournament, sitting on 25 wins this season, looking to make it 26 and punch their ticket to the big dance. At point guard, a 5'7" freshman out of Ellensburg, Washington, wearing number 12, that's Jamison Phillip. At guard, a 6-foot junior out of Tonopah, Isle, Wales, wearing number 15, that's Izzy Bunyan. And who could forget the big game she had last year in the semifinal round against Idaho State with 15 points. Izzy's due for that big tournament performance. We saw her come up huge her freshman year in the overtime win over Northern Colorado. So Izzy's due. She's a vet on this team, and I look forward to seeing what her performance looks like this afternoon. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore out of Roberts, Montana, the Big Sky MVP, wearing number 44. It's Kaylee Chirick. Chirick had 26 points yesterday on 8 of 21 shooting, 8 of 11 from the free throw line. She also added 5 rebounds. She averaged 7 rebounds per game this year and averaged 4 steals per game, which was good for second in the nation. At forward, a 6'2" sophomore junior, out of Elk River, Minnesota, wearing number 5. That's Ella Johnson. Johnson had 5 points, got a little banged up early in the game, but made her return quickly after. So we'll keep an eye on her today as well. And in the middle, a 6'1" sophomore out of Camas, Washington, wearing number 33, the first-team All-Big Sky selection, Addie Harris. Harris had 17 points and 7 rebounds in the semifinal round yesterday. We are all set to go from Idaho Central Arena. We got Barbosa and Harris in the center circle for the jump. Harris tips it into the backcourt. Pinheiro and Chirick fight for it, and Idaho recovers it. They'll get going left to right across your radio dial to start things off here in Boise. Hope Hassman with it out top. Working to her right hand. She kicks it out, right corner. Uriardi puts it on the deck, baseline drive. She bobbles it. It's into the hands of Barbosa. Chirick ties it up, and the Bobcats have the arrow. So Montana State sets the tone defensively on that first drive. They force the loose ball, get the jump ball tie-up, and they'll get it going right to left. Jamison Phillip, the freshman point guard. She's been turning heads all season long. What does she have in store for her first Big Sky championship game? Out top, Addie Harris gets it to Chirick, left side on the slot. She's guarded by Gardner. Chiric working to her right, crosses back left, gets downhill, posts up down low. She's doubled by Barbosa as Phillip works her way out to the corner, gets the catch. She's going to drive in and put up a little step through runner off the glass, wide to the left. Rebound bounced around. Barbosa tips it over to Hassman, and the Vandals are off to the races in transition. Gardner dump pass to Pinheiro. She puts it up around Chiric. Great contest by Chiric and Johnson. It's no good and rebounded by Phillip as she gets knocked to the ground in transition, and a foul is called. That'll be the first foul on Idaho, and I believe they'll get Pinheiro on that one. So Izzy Bunyan will take it out on the far sideline. Score still 0-0, just 1 minute into this ball game here today. A trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. Out top, Jamison Phillip. Gets it back to Izzy Bunyan. Bunyan working to her right hand. Passes it off to Addie Harris. Harris crosses back right, drives downhill, spins left. Little fadeaway jumper falling to her left is no good off the front of the rim. Rebound is pulled down by Barbosa. Barbosa will look to get it up the timeline as she's guarded by Harris. Now passes off to the point guard, Hassman. Hassman gets by Phillip. Bunyan's there on the help. Extra pass from Pinheiro to Uriarty. She takes the left corner three. That's short, no good. Rebound, Taylor Chiric. Still scoreless. 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Izzy Bunyan will take it up for the Bobcats as she passes off to Phillip. Now Harris, left corner three on the way from Harris. It's no good off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Out to Chiric. She takes a step to her left and pulls the three ball. She buries it. Taylor Chiric from downtown. She gets the Bobcats started with a 3-0 lead. That's your first Bobcat three of the day, sponsored by Wendy's. With it is Hassman. She goes downhill going left, spins back right, maybe dragged that pivot foot, and Addie Harris is knocked to the ground. A foul is called. Oh, they're going to say it was on Addie. All right, well, that's really interesting, but Idaho will take it out on the baseline now. Idaho will inbound. Hope Hassman with it. 8:01 to play in the first quarter. Montana State leads 3-0. Right wing, Gardner gets the catch. Swings it over to Pinheiro. Pinheiro guarded by Bunyan, gets downhill going right. Chiric helps off, but the layup is up and good from Ana Pinheiro. The Bobcats lead is now 3-2. 7:50 to play in the first quarter. Montana State leads 3-2. Here's Jamison Phillip. She pulls up for a free throw line jumper, and it's no good. Rebound Barbosa. Kira Gardner will now take it up the left side. Picked up by Harris in the half court. Gets it out to the wing. Here's a three from Hassman up over Phillip. It's good. Hope Hassman from downtown. It's 5-3 Vandals. 7:26 to play in the first quarter. With it is Phillip. They're doing what they did last time. They have the 5 guarding Jamison Phillip, and she'll stay in the paint. Bobcats will have to work around that as Harris drives in, spins to her right. They send a double. She spins it to her right again. Scoop shot is up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Barbosa. Barbosa throws the outlet. It's deflected by Johnson. Now Gardner has it in transition. Gardner downhill out to Uriarty. She drives baseline, gets around Bunyan. Now Bunyan stays out on her as she backs it out. Barbosa with it now up top. Out to Uriarty. Here's a screen from Barbosa. Bunyan stays on. Uriarty picks up her dribble and swings it back over to Hassman. Hassman driving on Ella Johnson, spins back right. Shot fakes, gets her in the air. Johnson recovers and swats it out of there. Rebound Chiric. Here come the Bobcats. Chiric downhill, kicks it out. Bunyan left wing three. Count it. Izzy Bunyan with a huge three. The Bobcats are letting it rain early on. 6-5. Montana State leads with 6.5 minutes to play in the first. Gardner drives downhill the other way and gets a finger roll to go. Down the floor, Jamison Phillip throws it up ahead for Harris. It's knocked out of bounds by the Vandals. And now Idaho will turn to their bench, and so will the Bobcats. Ana Passos checks in along with Deborah Dos Santos. Dos Santos from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 6-foot redshirt senior, transfer from San Francisco. She was top reserve in the Big Sky Conference this season. Brianne Bailey in the game with Brooke Fatu-Paito for Montana State, as well as Tegan Erickson, who has the ball up top now and gets it off to Bailey. Bailey takes the three from the right wing. Too long, no good. Rebound, Dos Santos. Hassman will walk it up. Idaho leads 7-6. Gardner drives, kicks it out to the left corner. Uriarty working around Erickson in the lane. Dumps it down. It's stolen away by Erickson. Now Bailey has it. Bailey up the left side. Looking to attack. Pazzo's guarding her. She steps through traffic, spins back left, kicks out Bunyan. Another three. It's off the rim and no good. Almost got a friendly roll. Rebound into the arms of Taylor Chiric as she chases it down from behind. Right wing, Chiric. Looking to drive. Gets by a defender. Kicks it out to Fatu-Paito. Fatu-Paito works it to her right hand. Now gets it off to Bunyan. Bunyan back to Chiric. Chiric jabbing with her left foot. Attacks. Gets by Kira Gardner. Goes up with it in traffic. No good. Rebound pulled down by Dos Santos. Bobcats trail by 1, 7-6. 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Ella Uriardi. Uriardi out to Pazos. Her three is up over Bunyan, and it's good. 10-6. Idaho leads by 4. 5:20 to play in the first quarter. Brianne Bailey will take it up now for Montana State. Bailey, right side, looking for a screen from Erickson. She'll take it going left and get it out to Bunyan. Bunyan drives left side, baseline side. She throws it over for Erickson, and it's out of bounds. Turnover, Montana State. 5:04 to play in the first quarter. 10-6, the Vandals lead. Pinheiro will check back in for the Vandals. As Bunyan checks out for Montana State. Cadence Couture entering for the first time. Cadence Couture, the freshman out of Missoula, who was originally verbally committed to Idaho before flipping to Montana State. Pinheiro up the court, gets it over to Pazos. Pazos, baseline drive, puts it up in traffic, and it's good. The Bobcats were nowhere to be found in their transition defense as Idaho beats them up the floor. Brianne Bailey on the other end, bobbles the ball and now passes off to Chiric. She bobbles it. Chiric surveying out top, passes off to Erickson after a quick bobble. Erickson has it, takes a screen going to her right and works it back over to Chiric. Chiric looking to attack, out to Bailey. Bailey attacks downhill, kicks it out. Here's Brooke Fatu-Paito. She gets by Dos Santos, puts it up in traffic, off the glass, it's good. Tough finish from Brooke Fatu-Paito. Montana State trails by 4, 12-8, 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Kaylin Conger, the freshman, steps on the sideline out of bounds. Montana State, they incite the trap and force the turnover. That'll take us into our first commercial break with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Idaho leads Montana State 12-8 here in the Big Sky Championship game from the First Interstate Bank broadcast edition. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We are about 6 minutes into this game, and Idaho has an early lead, 12-8. The Vandals 5 of 10 from the field and 2 for 3 from 3 early on. The Bobcats just 3 for 11. So the Vandals definitely dictating pace so far, getting the ball up the floor in a hurry and finding some solid transition buckets. The Bobcats, will see what kind of adjustments they made in this timeout as Taylor Chiric will have it now going right to left to start off this period. Downhill to the right. Chiric crosses over left, working on Pazos, kicks it out to Erickson, right corner. Erickson dribbles left, spins right, puts up a runner off the window. It's good. Tough bucket from Tegan Erickson. Through contact, she gets it to go as Caitlin Conger has it now in transition. The freshman guard out of Estonia. She gets it back up top. With it now is Hassman. Hassman guarded by Couture. Here's a switch from Fatu Paito on the ball screen. Conger has it now, looking to throw into the post. Couture in the front on Dos Santos. And Conger drives baseline, steps on the line, and the Bobcats force a turnover once again. 12-10 the score. Montana State trailing by 2. 3:40 to play in the first quarter of the Big Sky Conference Championship game. Out top, Phillip passes off to Fatu Paito. Fatu Paito into the post. Erickson going to work with her back to the basket. Now looks out for Couture. Finds her on the right wing. Couture up top. Hands it off to Chiric. Chiric stops behind the screen. Couture clears out. Now Chiric will bounce it. She crosses over to her left. Kicks it out. Couture drives baseline. Kicks it back out to Chiric. 3 on the shot clock. Chiric takes a dribble. Makes her defender whip and buries a 3. Tough bucket off the bounce by Taylor Chiric. 13-12. Just like that, the Bobcats take the lead right back. It's a 5-0 run out of the timeout by Montana State. They forced a turnover going into the timeout and forced another one coming out of the timeout as they're starting to apply some pressure defensively. Pazos drives left side, no good. Dos Santos gets the rebound and somehow gets it back out to the wing. Now Hassman up top on the drive out to Pinheiro. Pinheiro gets by Erickson, runs into Fatu Paito, puts up a runner, and it's good. Tough shot there by Ana Pinheiro. The Bobcats now trail by 1 once again, 14-13. Phillip dribbling left, pitches it back to Couture out top. Couture crosses over to her right, fakes a handoff to Chiric. Now we'll pass it back to Chiric. Chiric guarded by Pinheiro. Driving right, backs it out to the wing and gets it up top to Couture. She takes the 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound Hassman. Couture there. Hassman gets around her and will push the other way. Chiric recovers as Pazos gets it. It's blocked by Brooke Fatu Paito on the transition layup. Now Pinheiro has it outside. Another offensive rebound by the Vandals as they throw it over the top for Dos Santos. Her shot is blocked by Tegan Erickson and knocked out of bounds. A great job by Tegan Erickson. She got in the air on her feet, but was able to keep herself back and didn't run into Dos Santos. She snuck a hand in there and poked the ball out. Addie Harris back in the game along with Ella Johnson and Izzy Bunyan. Courtney Smith enters for the first time today. Bobcats still defending. 14-13. They trail by 1 against the Vandals. Inbounding is Hassman. Hassman out to Barbosa on the wing. Barbosa guarded by Smith, trying to take her off the bounce. Now we'll work it back out to Hassman. Hassman dribbling right, gets by Harris going left. Smith is there to help. Hassman gets to the bucket and lays it in for 2. Got that direct line drive, and she puts the Vandals back up by 3. 16-13. Idaho leads. Minute 48 to go in the first. Bailey drives, gets knocked off her path, picks up her dribble, and works it back out to Ella Johnson. Johnson to Bunyan. Bunyan thinks about the 3 from the top. Now she'll attack and dump it into Bailey on the baseline cut. Bailey works it back out. Her pass is deflected by Barbosa. Now she gets it to Bunyan. Left corner 3 from Bunyan. Long, no good. Rebound into the arms of Addie Harris. She's got it on the ground. Barbosa's going to try and tie her up. And now we have a whistle. And possession arrow will give it to Idaho. And not the worst situation there for the Bobcats to lose on a jump ball. There were 3 seconds on the shot clock. Who knows what kind of shot you get up there. They'll get the next one as Idaho loses the arrow. And now Pinheiro will work it up the floor left wing. Pinheiro into Barbosa, guarded by Harris. Barbosa picks up her dribble, gets it out to Hassman. Now Uriardi high post. Out to the wing. Pinheiro right side, crosses back to her left, drives around Johnson, puts it up in the lane, no good. Rebound Ella Johnson. Got to be strong with the ball there as Hassman rakes her across the arm. Now the Bobcats have it going the other way. Courtney Smith in transition, stops at the left block and passes it back out to Johnson. Johnson will look to swing it. Now she looks back to her left and passes it into the cutting Harris through 2 defenders. It's bobbled into the hands of Smith. Smith takes a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Rebound Kira Gardner. Idaho still with a 3-point lead. 16-13. 41 seconds to play in the first quarter. Right wing, Gardner skips it to Pinheiro. Pinheiro left side of the court out to the corner, Uriardi. Uriardi to the top side, Hassman. Hassman looking to get downhill around Smith, puts it up around Smith and gets the finish. 18-13, Idaho leads by 5. Coach Ben signals to Breanne Bailey, play for the last shot here as Bailey walks it across half court. 17 seconds on the clock now as Bailey still on the other side of half court, just slowly dribbling away. Now with 10 seconds, Bailey will get a screen to her left. Now take another one to her right. Looking for Harris on the roll. Instead swings it to Johnson. Johnson with 5 seconds. Johnson spins back left, gets it out to Bailey. Bailey's got to get up a three. No, she kicks it off to Smith. Smith, three at the horn, off the glass, and a little bit wide left. No good. That'll take us in to the end of the first quarter as Montana State trails Idaho 18-13 here in the Big Sky Championship game. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have second quarter action from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who'll pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Your score after one quarter, Idaho, the top seed of the Big Sky tournament, leads Montana State 18-13, and Montana State with a slow start, shooting the ball 5 of 17 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. The Vandals, on the other hand, up around 50% there, 8 of 17 and 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. The Bobcats only forced 3 first quarter turnovers. Again, they had 52 turnovers forced combined in their 2 prior games against Idaho this season. So defensively, the Bobcats are going to have to turn up the heat a little bit and get their momentum going back in the right direction as Breanne Bailey has it right side out of the break. Bailey working left, pulls up from the left elbow. It's good. Breanne Bailey skying to her left, gets it to go, and the Bobcats get back within 3, 18-15. Idaho leads. 9:43 to go in the second quarter. Hassman has it on the wing. Johnson switches on. Hassman drives, throws it to the cutter. Uriardi open underneath the basket off the backdoor cut, and she lays it in for 2. Idaho's lead back up to 5, 20-15. 9.5 minutes to play in the first half. Chiric left wing. Driving on Kira Gardner, kicks out to Harris. Harris, downhill going to her left. Gardner helps off and pokes the ball out. Harris wasn't ready for that, and Gardner will get it going the other way. Gardner to Hassman. Transition 3 from the wing left side. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Uriardi. Back out to Gardner. Gardner left wing, guarded by Chiric. Hard ice on the screen as Dos Santos rolls in. Now she passes off to the corner. Hassman throws it into Dos Santos. She's got Bailey on her. Dos Santos finds Pazos, and Pazos lays it in for 2. 7-point lead for the Vandals. 22-15, 8:52 to play in the second quarter. Right wing, Harris Into Bailey, short corner right side. Screen from Harris for Bailey as she turns the corner, spins right, throws up a lob looking for Harris. Harris saves it from going out of bounds and throws it off the leg of Passos. Montana State will keep it. Back into the game is Jamison Phillip now, the freshman point guard. Montana State really playing only freshmen at that position between Phillip and Bailey. And after Phillip fouled out of yesterday's game, Bailey came in for the save and got that done. Forced overtime, of course. A moment I think we'll all remember for a very long time as Taylor Chiric looks to inbound from the far sideline. Pass deflected by Gardner. Now Phillip has it. Phillip right side attacking on Dos Santos. Has the ball knocked loose. It's out of bounds. Last touched by the Vandals. Montana State has 8 seconds on the shot clock to get a look here. 8:34 to go here in the second quarter. It's 22-15 Idaho. Idaho making the Bobcats work for it so far. Right side, Harris catches out towards the corner. Now she'll hand off to Chiric on the sideline. Hard trap there from Passos. Chiric splits it. Chiric up top and didn't have a feel for the shot clock. It's a shot clock violation on Montana State. 8:25 in the second. 22-15. Vandals in the lead. Kira Gardner to inbound for Idaho into the backcourt. Uriarty has it. Uriarty assuming point guard duties as the shot clock didn't start. Dealt with that a couple of times yesterday as well. And will we have to go to the monitor for this? I don't think so, but maybe. They're going to put it to 27 seconds on the shot clock as Kira Gardner inbounds from the far sideline once again. Uriarty with it, guarded by Bunyan. Looking to get right. Bunyan staying with her. Phillip switches on. Now Harris will provide some cushion as Gardner gets it to Conger. Conger right side. Crosses back left. Stops at the free throw line. Finds the cutting Passos. Passos going to work baseline, and she'll travel. Montana State gets it back. Nice job with some help side defense there, forcing a little bit of a trap on the baseline as Passos worked her way into the paint. And Montana State will look to get a bucket as they trail by 7, 22-15 with 8 minutes until halftime. Bunyan up top. Looking for the high post. Left side, Johnson has it. Phillip sets her a screen. Now Phillip catches left elbow. She takes a jumper. It's good. Jamison Phillip, no hesitation there as she gets the bucket. And Montana State now trails by 5. 22-17, 7.5 minutes until half. Right wing, Gardner guarded by Chiric. Going to work off the bounce, crosses back right. She's always looking to score, Gardner. She's got a green light as Dos Santos catches inside and lays it in for the bucket. Harris couldn't quite get a hand on the entry pass, and the Idaho lead is back to 7, 24-17. 7:18 in the second quarter. Phillip gets a play call from the bench. Up top with it, she's going to attack going left. Get around a screen from Johnson. Now pass it out to Johnson on the wing. Johnson goes to Chiric. Chiric crosses to the right. Drives the lane on Gardner and kicks out to Bunyan. 8 on the shot clock. Into Harris. Harris has got to get a shot up. 3 on the shot clock. A little finger roll is up. No good. Rebound Dos Santos. Vandals running in transition. Uriarty has it. Picks up her dribble and kicks it out. Passos takes a 3 from the top. It's good. Timeout Montana State. It's a 10-point lead for Idaho. 6:43 to go in the second quarter. 27-17. The Vandals lead. We'll go ahead and step away for a moment. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
Fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at the MSU bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. The MSU bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase goes directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students. Go Cats!
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here. First Interstate Bank broadcast edition. 6:43 to go in the second quarter. Idaho leads Montana State 27-17 here at the Big Sky Conference Championship game. And before we resume, I'll remind you to know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. And also that Amsterdam Meat Shop is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics and the Gallatin Valley. Izzy Bunyan will take the ball out of the timeout. She's joined on the floor by Jamison Phillip, Taylor Chiric, Ella Johnson, and Tegan Erickson. And the question now for Montana State, they trail by 10. Who is going to be the one to provide the spark? Jamison Phillip will be the point guard walking it up the floor right side. Phillip looking left. Now passes over to Chiric. Chiric right wing. Fakes the pass inside. Now she'll bounce it. Chiric posting up. They send a double with Hassman. Hassman saves it, but steps on the baseline out of bounds. Montana State will keep it with 16 seconds on the shot clock. 27-17 still the score. 6.5 minutes now remain in the first half. Phillip will inbound it all the way over in the corner in front of the Idaho bench. Erickson catches right wing, faces up, looking for Chiric. Now Hassman there as she picks up her dribble. Up top now Bunyan. Bunyan to Johnson, left wing. Johnson attacks, 5 on the shot clock, dumps it in for Phillip. Phillip has the ball taken away by Pinheiro. Idaho's running in transition once again, but Phillip chases it down and pokes it loose with the steal. Phillip going the other way, shoved in the back, foul called on Hope Hassman. .609 to go here in the second quarter. Montana State will inbound from the near sideline. They trail 27-17. Chiric, the inbounder now for Montana State. Erickson catches left side. Up top now Erickson. Hands off to Chiric. Chiric back to Erickson. Left side. She shot fakes. Working on Gardner. Back to the basket. Fakes a handoff to Chiric. Chiric now catches left wing. She'll jab as Erickson clears out. 12 on the shot clock. Chiric back up top to Bunyan. Bunyan drives in, pulls up for a jumper, and is fouled on her way up. 2 free throws coming for Izzy Bunyan. Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the court. Join today and make a real impact. Here's Izzy Bunyan at the line. It's the first free throw attempt of the game for either side. Bunyan puts up her first and knocks it down. Before her second, the Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Bunyan misses her second. Free throws end up split. Bobcats trail by 9. 27-18. Left wing Pazos in transition. Gets it up top to Hassman. Hassman right side. Screen there from Barbosa. Uriardi back to Hassman. She's got an open 3. It's no good. Rebound, Izzy Bunyan. She gets it on the baseline and will get it up ahead to Fatu Paito. Fatu Paito dribbles up the floor, looking to hand it off to Chiric. Now picks it up at the wing. Chiric, right wing, now gets the handoff. Drives in, finds Bunyan. Bunyan to the elbow, out to Fatu Paito. She'll dial up a three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Idaho. Up the floor. Ellie Uriardi with it. Right side now, Hassman. Back up to Uriardi. Throws it into the high post. It's knocked loose by Chiric and stolen away by Bailey. The Bobcats have 3-on-2. Bailey up ahead to Chiric. Chiric on the attack. Erickson there. Chiric goes up with it. It's knocked loose, and now the ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Idaho. Kate Skachor back in the game. Izzy Bunyan heading to the bench for a quick break. Couture will inbound from the baseline for Montana State with 24 on the shot clock. 4:50 to play in the first half. Bobcats still trailing by 9, 27-18. Could use a bucket. They need to see those shots start falling as the ball's deflected by Gardner. Chiric goes up with it. It's blocked out of bounds by Barbosa. She stares Chiric down, walks towards her, and no whistle for that. Very close, and we saw that almost identical play happen in Moscow. They called the tee, then rescinded the tee. This time, no whistle at all. As Couture will inbound, to Fatu Paito. She drives downhill to her left, spins back right, cut off by Barbosa, looking for Chiric on the cut. Ball is knocked loose. Chiric dives on it. Now her and Barbosa are tied up. Possession arrow gets it back to Idaho. 4:39 to play until halftime. Idaho's lead still at 9. 27-18. Bobcats cold offensively. They've been able to string together a couple of stops, but nothing to show for it quite yet on the other end as the pass is thrown long to Barbosa. She's got Fatu Paito on her now, and she lays it in for two. The Bobcats get the ball thrown right over the top of them, and it's an 11-point lead for the Vandals. Bailey the other way. Two screens, steps behind, takes a three. She buries it. Huge shot from Breanne Bailey as the Bobcats get it back to 8. 29-21, Idaho leads, 4:10 to play in the second quarter. Hassman to Gardner. Gardner pulls up for three in transition. It goes long off the side of the rim. Nobody there in the corner for the Bobcats. It's rebounded by Idaho. Left wing, Hassman throws a skip pass deflected by Bailey and stolen away by Couture. Couture driving down the court. Kicks it out. Erickson, left wing three on the way. Book it. In rhythm, Tegan Erickson knocks it down, and the Bobcats now trail by 5. 29-24. 3:41 to play in the second quarter. A massive Wendy's three ball for Tegan Erickson, and the Bobcat fans are now on their feet as Barbosa goes up and gets the and one. Bailey helped off there as Fatu Paito was guarding Barbosa. She fell away going to her left, and foul was called on, I think, Bailey. I don't know. It didn't look like Bailey touched her. And whatever contact was there on the body from Fatu Paito must have been what the foul was called on. It was on Brooke. So here's Barbosa at the line. Barbosa this season an 83% free throw shooter. She misses it, but it's rebounded by Idaho. Idaho going to work on the offensive boards early on as Hassman has it up top. Now finds Barbosa. Barbosa spins right, has the ball knocked out by Ella Johnson. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cats. It'll stay on this end. The Bobcat bench asking if they touched it. And it doesn't look like there's a sure answer coming from Montana State players. Probably best to sit on that challenge while we're still in the first half. 31-24, Idaho leads. 3:25 to play in the second quarter. Hassman inbounding from the near corner. Gardner catches on the wing. Up top, guarded by Johnson. Harris switches on. Gardner bouncing it. Kicks it out. Uriardi, left wing three as the shot clock runs down off the rim. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Idaho. 3:13 to go in the half. Izzy Bunyan checks in as Breanne Bailey heads to the bench. Cadence Couture, Izzy Bunyan, and Jamison Phillip, the three guards out there for Montana State. Johnson and Harris, the forwards. Bobcats starting to get some momentum. Back-to-back threes from Bailey and Erickson. Phillip drives, going left, stops at the elbow. Looking for Harris in the post. Now she takes a free throw line jumper. It's good. Jamison Phillip taking that 15-footer with confidence. It's a 5-point game. 2:55 to go in the second quarter. 31-26. Idaho in the driver's seat. Uriarty cuts. Gets it back out to Hassman. Hassman shot fakes. Drives going right. Puts it up around Couture. Nice contest, but Hassman gets the floater in off the glass. 33-26. 7-point Vandal lead. Up the floor right side. Jamison Phillip. Dos Santos sagging off on her once again as Harris catches right side short corner. Attacks going left. Kicks it out. Couture left wing 3. It's good. Cadence Couture cuts it back to a 2-score game. Montana State trailing 33-29 with 2:18 to go in the half. The Bobcat fans making noise as Gardner hands it off on the right wing to Uriarty. Uriarty with it. Picks up her dribble. Phillips all over her. Uriarty gets it to Pinheiro up top. Shot clock under 15 seconds. Pinheiro attacking around Harris. Spins back right. It's stolen away by Cadence Couture. Here comes Couture. 2-on-1 with Phillips. She's going to go right up with it. Get the contact, and the bucket doesn't go, but Cadence Couture will shoot 2. 4-point game. 33-29. Idaho leads 2 minutes on the dot left in the second quarter as Couture steps up to the line, serving all your garage door needs. Door Tech is raising the door on quality. Couture at the line. He's a 53.8% free throw shooter this year, but that's on about 12 attempts, so small sample size for Couture. Hasn't been at the line a whole lot. Gets her first one to roll in off the front of the rim. In this second quarter, Montana State 3 for 4 from beyond the arc as Couture steps up for her second. It's good. So a 3 from Couture, a 3 from Bailey, a 3 from Erickson. The Montana State's bench starting to really arrive here to this championship game as Couture walks off to a standing ovation. In the backcourt, Gardner throws it up ahead to Pinheiro. Pinheiro out to Pazos, throws it, errant pass, and it's out of bounds. The Bobcats get it back. It's Izzy Bunyan and Ella Johnson high five and show a little excitement. Bobcats trail by 2 now, 33-31, minute 54 to go in the second quarter. Montana State already with 17 bench points. Jamison Phillip up the floor. Little no-look pass over to Addie Harris. Harris going to work to her left, gets a screen from Phillip. Spins back left off a pivot and has it to Chiric. Chiric gets a screen from Harris. Picks up her dribble and passes out to Phillip. Phillip, right wing 3, in rhythm. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Kira Gardner. Bunyan's there. Pass is deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Montana State. Gardner to inbound against the Bobcat pressure. Left side, Hassman throws it up ahead to Gardner. Gardner sprinting up the floor, passes to Pinheiro, right wing. Up top, Hassman, shading to the right side, gets a screen from Dos Santos. Harris switches on. Out to the wing, Gardner 3 over Chiric, and it's no good. Rare miss when she gets a look that clean, but the Bobcats will take it as they still trail by 2. 33-31, minute 10 to go in the half. Phillip looking for Johnson. He throws it long out to Bunyan, right side. Bunyan to Chiric on the reversal. Pinheiro almost gets it. Now Chiric will drive, go through contact off the glass. It's no good. Rebound, Pinheiro. Outlet far side. Hassman now throws it long for Pazos. She bobbles it underneath the basket. She's double teamed by Johnson. And Harris, possession arrow, will give it back to Montana State on the tie-up. As Pazos slams the ball in frustration, Montana State will get it back going the other way. 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. 33-31. Montana State down by 2. Bobcats with some momentum here. Montana State hasn't led since 3:13 in the first quarter. Phillip up the court out to Chiric up top. Chiric will get a screen from Harris to her right. She takes her dribbles, going to her right hand, now gets it out top to Johnson. Johnson hands off to Bunyan, left wing. Bunyan looking to get downhill, gets by Gardner, puts up a floater off the glass. It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Hope Hassman. Hassman sprinting ahead, gets around Johnson. Shot clock turned off here in the second quarter. Idaho will have 20 seconds to play for the final look. Hassman with 15 now. Hassman working to her left, double teamed by Johnson. Dos Santos gets it out to Pinheiro, right corner 3, it's good. Bobcats still with 7 seconds, they gotta go. Phillip up the floor, 4 seconds. Phillip sprinting ahead, 2 seconds, gets down the lane, puts one up, and it's blocked by Dos Santos. That'll take us into halftime. 5-point lead for top-seeded Idaho over Montana State here at the half of the Big Sky Championship game. It's 36-31. Again, Vandals in the driver's seat. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. And when we come back, we'll have the Montana State halftime show. We'll go over some first-half stats, break down the action a little bit, and eventually hear from Sonny Smallwood. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, you're listening to Montana State basketball from Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Down Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, bringing you the Montana State halftime show from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position at Idaho Central Arena. And Tricia Binford, the head coach of the Bobcats, she's come out victorious 3 times in this very game in 2017, 2022, and 2025. She's looking to make it a 4th, but for now, the Bobcats trail 36-31 with 2 quarters in the books here against the top-seeded Idaho Vandals. Let's go ahead and look at some first-half stats. Idaho, high percentage right now. They're 16 of 30 from the field at 53% and 4 for 10 from 3, good for 40%. Montana State 11 of 30 at 36.7%, but 6 of 14 for Montana State from 3. Those 6 3-pointers, of course, brought to you by Wendy's. The Bobcats winning at the free throw line there, 3 of 4 there, where Idaho's only taken 1 free throw, and they missed that one. So far, pretty loose game as far as fouls go. Right now, the foul count, just 4 fouls called on Idaho and 2 fouls called on Montana State. It's not often you see a Bobcat game where we don't hit the bonus in either of the first 2 quarters, but nonetheless, here we are. It's postseason basketball. It's going to be a little physical, and things are being let go up to this point, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that as we go along. But some individual stats for the Bobcats, a very spread out scoring performance in the first half. And they got some big threes when they needed it from some of the bench players. Tegan Erickson, Cadence Couture, Brianne Bailey all hit big threes in the first half. Brooke Fatu Paitos got 2 points as well. The Bobcats have 17 bench points to 12 from the Vandals. Idaho has 10 points from Ana Pasos. She came off the bench and was 4 for 6 from the field and 2 for 2 from 3. She also scored 14 points against the Bobcats in that game in Moscow. So she's a big spark off the bench for Idaho. Montana State's going to have to keep an eye on her in the second half. But for the Bobcats, 4 points from Jameson Phillip, 4 from Izzy Bunyan. I think one of the biggest things up to this point is that Addie Harris has not scored yet. And you'd have to imagine that in the second half it'll be a point of emphasis for this coaching staff to find Addie Harris in her sweet spots, get her some good looks, get her going downhill to the basket, but there's being a lot of attention paid to Addison Harris, and you see it. She gets catches kind of in the short corner and in the high post, and the way Idaho's defending, they have a center in the paint at all times when Jamison Phillips on the court, and they have that center double off on Addie Harris, so instead of driving to the hoop, she ends up having to stop, swivel out, and kick out to the three-point line, and I think that's a lot of the reason why we've seen Montana State already take 14 threes, but that three-point percentage looks good right now for the Bobcats as they are 42.9% from downtown. They went 3 for 5 from beyond the arc in the second quarter alone. As far as the rebounding battle goes, the Bobcats are being out-rebounded 20-13, but 6 offensive rebounds allowed in the first half to the Vandals, and again, another area where the Bobcats are going to have to clean it up because Idaho's got 8 second-chance points. The Bobcats only have 3. The biggest discrepancy on this stat sheet here, and it has a lot to do with how Idaho's defending. Idaho, 24 points in the paint. Montana State, just 2. So this Bobcat team, they're at their best going to the rim, and Idaho's forcing their hand, making them shoot it outside a little more, and that's definitely showing so far based on the stats, the percentages, how many three-point attempts, all of the above. But for now, it's a 36-31 Vandal lead here at halftime in the Big Sky Conference Championship game as the Bobcats look to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament for the second straight year, but for now, stare a 5-point deficit in the face at halftime. We'll take another break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position and have more halftime coverage when we come back. You're listening to Montana State Basketball presented by Learfield.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, bringing you the Montana State halftime show live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast edition at Idaho Central Arena. It's the Big Sky Conference championship game. Montana State trailing by 5, 36-31 at the half. And now joining us is associate head coach Sonny Smallwood. And Sonny, it seemed like the defense really turned its corner in that second quarter from a turnover standpoint. 7 turnovers forced in the second quarter. What were some adjustments you thought the team made out there to start finding some more rhythm on that end?
Yeah, I think first of all we got them slowed up in the backcourt enough to make them set up their offense, and then we were able to, create some disruption, turnovers, make them speed up a little bit, throw the ball out of bounds, that kind of stuff, which is kind of what we need to do. We were letting them loose in the backcourt, and they were scoring as many of their 18 points off of just layups. Actually, it's more than that, isn't it? It's 24 points in the paint, and that was a lot off of just layups, whether it's a direct line drive or a transition layup, that they just get ahead of steam up and we couldn't slow them up.
Yeah, and it seemed like, we talked about this at halftime when we played at their place about a month ago now, but it seems like they're really up to the challenge as far as pushing pace with their transition offense and trying to kind of dictate pace and almost sort of beat us at our own game. Is that what you're seeing out there?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, they know what I like about Idaho right now is they're attacking the attackers, and that's absolutely a good tactic if the attackers allow it. And right now we did. So that's the course that we need to change going into the second half, is we need to continue to be the attackers and then some, and come back to Bobcat basketball.
Offensively, the good news, 42.9% from three, and I know they dared us to shoot a lot of threes in the first half, so nice to see some of those fall, but just 2 points in the paint offensively, and Addie Harris is scoreless. What are you hoping to see offensively to get the ball going downhill in the second half?
Yeah, I'm so proud of them, for being so focused from three, all of them. We're getting a lot of production from different kids. I think that the biggest thing is shoring up a few of those plays that we have to open kids up in the inside. They play that unique style where they set that post player in the middle of the key, and so we just have to do a better job of understanding the different ways that we're utilizing that in order to create one-on-one opportunities.
17 bench points in the first half. What are you seeing from your bench as far as some of the younger players coming in and stepping up?
The biggest thing I'm excited about is their confidence.
Yeah.
Their confidence to come in yesterday, today, and just know that they're capable of that scoring power. We've always said they're our secret weapon, and I still believe that this is a team that we don't do what we do without our bench. So really proud of them.
Sonny, that's all I got for you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Daniel.
That was Sonny Smallwood joining us on the Montana State halftime show. 36-31 the score. Idaho leads the Bobcats here at halftime. We'll have the second half of the Big Sky Championship game when we come back here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We're just moments away from second half action here at Idaho Central Arena. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is Bobcat basketball. All right, 36-31 the score. Idaho leads Montana State by 5. The Vandals will start with the arrow for the second half as Kira Gardner walks across the floor, ready to inbound on the near sideline. Schierick will guard her as the Bobcats send out their original starting 5, and Hassman catches it in the backcourt, guarded by Jamison Phillip. Again, the Vandals going right to left across your radio dial to start things off here in the second half. Handoff left wing Pinheiro. Phillips there on the hard head switch. High post, Uriardi looking for the high-low, nothing doing, right wing. Kira Gardner with it. Gardner gets around a screen, throws it into the rolling Barbosa. She catches, spins to her left, puts one up, long, no good. Rebound pulled in by Ella Johnson. Nice job by the Bobcats, speeding up the Vandals there on that possession as Schierick works it up the floor right side. Schierick to Phillip. Phillip, short corner right side, dribbling into the paint, steps through contact. She's getting pushed, no call. Right side, here's Bunyan. Out to Harris, left wing. Harris attacking on Gardner. Getting downhill, puts up a scoop shot. She's fouled on the arm. 2 free throws coming up for Addison Harris. And you got to think that was intentional by Montana State. Addie Harris, one of their leading scorers, a first-team All-League selection. Scoreless at halftime, draw something up to get her going downhill to start things off in the second half, and she gets to the free throw line. So here's Harris at the stripe. First free throw on the way from Harris. It's good. Before her second at First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Here's Harris at the line for one more, and it's good. 36-33, we got a one-score game once again. Idaho in the lead, 9:15 to play in the third quarter. Bobcats looking to get some momentum going on their side. The first 3 minutes of the second half, always so important. Get some momentum out of the break as Hassman bobbles it in the lane, pass off Uriardi. Phillip dives on it, and a foul is called. She got her on the arm. First foul on Montana State here in quarter number 3. One foul on each team, and both pretty obvious ones, I might add. Hassman, the inbounder on the baseline. The Bobcats unable to convert the last turnover. Long pass from the baseline will go into the backcourt as Gardner runs it down. She's guarded by Bunyan, working to her left hand, back to Pinheiro right side. Pinheiro guarded by Johnson, looking to put it on the deck. Schierick helps off, now Hassman cuts, puts one up around Johnson, no good. Rebound Ella Johnson underneath the basket. She'll hand it off to Jamison Phillip, and here come the Bobcats going left to right. Phillip, downhill. She'll attack on Barbosa. She bobbles it and saves it, gets it out to Bunyan. Now right side, Ella Johnson up top to Schierick. Schierick going left, working on Gardner. Attacks, gets by her, puts it up in traffic. Off the glass, it's good. Kaylee Schierick doing what she does best as the Bobcats cut it to a one-point game, 36-35. Here's Pinheiro in transition over Ella Johnson. Tough finish. She sort of kind of hitched it, double clutched it is the word I'm looking for, in midair as Harris takes it in and finds Jamison Phillip. A short two-point jumper on the way from Phillip from about 10 feet, no good. Rebound thrown out by Pinheiro out to Gardner. Now back to Pinheiro in the backcourt. 38-35. Izzy Bunyan comes up with a steal in transition. Bunyan looking ahead for Phillip. Now she'll attack. She spins, kicks it out to Harris. Harris, right wing three. It's good. 5 quick points by Addie Harris, and we are tied here in Boise. 38-38, 7:49 to go in the third as they find Barbosa in transition. Her shot's no good. Rebound Ella Johnson. Outlet, far side, Bunyan. Now she throws it up ahead to Chiric. Chiric to Harris. Right side, short corner. She finds the cutting Bunyan. Bunyan posts up, spins to her left, and gets it out to Johnson. She'll clear. Now up top, Chiric. On the attack, looking for Johnson on the dump pass. It's deflected and taken away as Johnson's knocked to the ground. No call. Phillip working on Barbosa. Post up, spins around her. Layup is up. No good. Rebound knocked around by Phillip as she gets clotheslined. It's out to Johnson for three. No good. Another fight for the ball. Gardner on the baseline, and now a foul is called. You have two rebounds. One of them, Johnson gets clobbered. The next one, Jamison Phillip gets clobbered. And then the foul is called after that on Montana State. And that was a foul, don't get me wrong. But so were the two before it. 7:16 to play in the third quarter. The score is all knotted up, 38 apiece. Hope Hassman will take it up as the Bobcat bench checks in. Breanne Bailey, Brooke Fatu Paito, Cadence Couture, and Tegan Erickson join Taylor Chiric. Right side, Hassman guarded by Bailey. Gets a switch on the screen onto Erickson. Dos Santos rolls, puts it up around Fatu Paito, and it's good. Effective pick and roll there by the Vandals as Dos Santos gets it going downhill. Bailey going the other way. Works it over to Couture, left wing. Couture dribbling right. Downhill out to Erickson, right corner. Erickson bouncing it to her left, guarded by Pazos. Now she'll work it over to Breanne Bailey on the reversal. Erickson follows with a screen. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Bailey drives into contact, nowhere to go with it. She passes out to Erickson. Erickson, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Chiric. Here's a three from the left wing, short, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ella Uriardi. Uriardi with that same hook the Bobcats got called for on a box out in the first quarter. As Idaho gets it going the other way and draws a foul. That's on Jamison Phillip. Or no, Breanne Bailey, excuse me. Have my numbers backwards. Got to remember the last 2 days I've been sitting on the other side of the floor, so I'm used to looking at the refs from the other side and got a little turned around. Gardner inbounding for Idaho. They get it to Dos Santos. Now back to Gardner, right side. Gardner, guarded by Bailey, throws a pass out to the left wing. Pasos, short corner Uriardi, out to Gardner. Open three over Chiric. She gets it. And this is what happened in Moscow. Montana State gave Kira Gardner too many open looks from three as she gets on the board. She's now has 5 points. Bailey on the drive. That's her first three-pointer of the game. Bailey out to Chiric, left side. Chiric guarded by Gardner. Couture will clear out of the right side as Chiric works to the top. Out to Couture, left wing. She shot fakes. Works it back over to Chiric. Fakes the handoff. Couture has the ball knocked loose going downhill. A lot of contact there as Couture recovers and throws it out to Bailey. Three on the shot clock. Here comes another heave from Bailey. It's no good, and that's a shot clock violation. 5-point lead for the Vandals. Bobcats tied it up at 38 apiece, and then Idaho's ripped off the last 5 points. Three from Kira Gardner and a bucket from Deborah Dos Santos inside. Has Idaho up 43-38 with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter as our media break approaches. Left wing, Hassman up top, Gardner. Gardner looking for the post, Chiric in a front. Left side, here's a drive from Hassman. She runs into Couture, spins, kicks out. Uriardi, left wing three. It's right on the money. Just like that, it's an 8-0 run for the Vandals to take the lead here in the second half. Breanne Bailey, right side. Bobcats call out the play. High post. Erickson has it, looking for Chiric on the post-up. Now she steps out, takes a three off the rim. It's no good. Rebound knocked around by Idaho. Dos Santos gets the outlet out to Hope Hassman. Hassman in transition, attacking downhill. Bailey steps in, knocks it loose, and a foul's called. Great help defense by Breanne Bailey, stepping in and poking that ball out. And that'll take us into our immediate timeout. 46-38 the score, 4:53 to go in the third quarter. Idaho leads the Bobcats by 8 here midway through the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Montana State Basketball presented by Learfield.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position, reminding you that this game today is brought to you by Kendall Ford of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Well, Idaho's on an 8-0 run. The Bobcats came in and it tied this thing up out of the half at 38 apiece, and now Idaho is in the middle of the largest run by either side here in this game. 4:53 to go in the third quarter. The Vandals with 28 points in the paint to just 4 for Montana State so far, as Hassman will take it out on the baseline after a foul was called on Brianne Bailey on the break before the media timeout. Left side, Uriarty works it up top to Gardner. Gardner gets a screen from Dos Santos, bobbles it. Now she'll go to work and get a switch onto Erickson. Work it over to the right wing. Driving is Hassman. She spins back left. There's Couture to help. Hassman recovers, kicks it out to Gardner. Gardner step back three over Erickson, and it's no good. Nice contest there by Tegan Erickson as the rebound is brought down by Brianne Bailey, and Uriarty's called for the foul. Third foul on Ellie Uriarty. Someone who's normally a very high-minute kid for Idaho. Averages just under 30 minutes a game, and she'll head to the bench. Caitlin Conger, the freshman, checks in for the Vandals as Jamison Phillip walks it up the right side, gets it into Erickson. Erickson dribbles left, throws it back to Phillip. Now Erickson will set her screen. Phillip takes the jumper from the baseline. It's good. 46-40 the score. Idaho up by 2 scores. 4:14 to play in the third quarter. Hassman working downhill, kicks it out to the corner. Conger with it, out to the left wing. Hassman. Got to keep this thing within striking distance if you're the Bobcats. Starts with getting a couple stops as Hassman drives in, works it up top to Gardner. Gardner guarded by Fatu Paito. Dribbles left, now crosses back to her right. Downhill, Phillip steps in and knocks it loose. Great help side defense there by Montana State. Fatu Paito gets it up to Phillip, and the Bobcats will work the other way. 3:47 to go in the third. Bobcats down by 6. Jamison Phillip right side. Crosses back, gets around Dos Santos. Pull-up jumper from Phillip, no good. Fatu Paito flies in, gets knocked to the ground, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by Montana State. Gardner will take it out. As Taylor Chiric re-enters for the Bobcats. Inbounding is Pinheiro. Pinheiro, of course, had the huge 3 before the half to get the 2-point lead back to 5. In the backcourt, Hassman has it. Dribbling up the left side, guarded by Phillip. Here comes Chiric, looking to get a trap. Now Pinheiro gets to Conger. Conger looking to go inside, back up to Pinheiro. Pinheiro crosses over left, spins back right, looking to throw it over the top. Johnson ties it up, and the possession arrow is with the Bobcats. Great swarming defense on the dribble penetration there by Montana State. So they get the turnover, and Izzy Bunyan will take it out as she re-enters for Cadence Couture. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Montana State down 6. 46-40 the score. Here comes Jamison Phillip. Freshman point guard out of Ellensburg, Washington, has 6 points today. Phillip steps into another pull-up, Jay. That one's good. Jamison Phillip playing with her head high right now as Idaho is daring her to shoot the ball. Up the floor, Caitlin Conger. 46-42, the Vandals lead with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hassman, guarded by Bunyan, crosses over, gets around Harris. Chiric pokes it loose, but Hassman recovers. Now Pinheiro has it on the drive out to Conger. Extra pass to Pazos, 13 on the shot clock. Skip pass looking for Pinheiro. She catches, drives through traffic. Chiric knocks it loose, but it's right into the breadbasket of Deborah Dos Santos, and she lays it in for 2. Unfortunate break there on what was a pretty solid defensive possession by Montana State. They're flying around right now as Phillip throws it into Ella Johnson. Her jersey's being held as she steps into post up. Hassman flops to the ground. Kick out 3 for Addie Harris is up and no good. Rebound Dos Santos. Hassman on the drive going the other way. Shot up, no good, a little too strong. Great contest by Bunyan as Harris rebounds and gets it up ahead to Jamison Phillip. Phillip pushing. Attacking on Dos Santos, kicks it out to Harris. Harris, right side, drives by Pazos, through a double team. A lot of contact. She gets the lay-in to go. That's got to be an and one. 48-44, Montana State trailing. Long pass on the inbound. Phillip steals it. Phillip on the attack, kicks it out to Bunyan. Bunyan open 3 from the left wing, off the rim, no good. Rebound Ella Johnson, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. You can feel a little bit of mojo coming from that Bobcat defense. As far as the mojo meter goes, we're probably about halfway where they need to be if they want to win this game, but they're trending in the right direction. Inbounding Gardner. Pinheiro has it in the backcourt, working up the floor, guarded by Bunyan. Here's Bailey on the switch. They get it back to Hassman. Hassman guarded by Bunyan. Here's a screen from Barbosa. They throw it into Barbosa on the roll. She steps into traffic, picks up her dribble, double team. Gets around the 2 players, throws an elbow on her way, and no call there. It's a bucket for Barbosa to put the Vandals up 6. 50-44 the score. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Chiric to Bunyan. Bunyan into the low post looking for Johnson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Montana State. And Hope Hassman, maybe they can't see her, but she's tugging jersey quite a bit on some of these post-entry passes. That's against the rules. So Idaho will inbound in the backcourt. Hassman will take it going up the right side of the floor. Johnson there to cut her off. She finds Barbosa in the right corner. The Vandals will settle in now in the front court. Right wing, Hassman. Up top. Guarded by Johnson. Johnson pokes the ball out. Hassman runs it down. Shot clock slowly trickling under 15. Hassman slows her dribble, backs it out to the three-point line on the left side. Out to the corner. Pazos into Barbosa. It's deflected out of there by Addie Harris. Bailey has the steal, pushing the other way. She's looking to get downhill. A little Euro step to the left, puts it up over the backboard and out of bounds. A little too much loft on that one from Breanne Bailey. Idaho will get it back. 50-44 lead with 54 seconds to go in the third quarter for the Vandals. Gardner inbounds to Pinheiro. Pinheiro in the backcourt guarded by Bailey. Bailey keeping her hands back. Montana State 1 foul away from the bonus. Barbosa catches high post into Pinheiro on the cut. Barbosa goes up with it and draws a blocking foul on Addie Harris. 2 free throws coming from Pinheiro. 6-point lead for Idaho. 43.3 seconds to play in the third quarter. And the Bobcats keep getting it close, but just can't quite get within a single possession here in the third quarter. Montana State right now 16 of 44 from the field, 7 of 20 from 3 in this ball game. Idaho 53% from the field. As Pinheiro steps up to the line. First free throw coming up here. She takes about 5 dribbles, puts it up and knocks it down. Make it down to Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Here from head coaches Matt Logie and Tricia Benford with guest student athletes every Tuesday of the conference season. Go Cats. Here's Pinheiro again. Second free throw on the way. It's good. 8-point lead for Idaho. 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. See if the Bobcats can convert here. 43 seconds to go in the third. Phillip fakes the handoff to Erickson, drives in on Barbosa, gets knocked off her path, now resumes her dribble, steps through to the left. She's getting held again, no call. Handoff looking for Chiric, and now we have a steal by Barbosa. She's on the ground with it. Now Chiric ties her up, possession arrow back to the Vandals. Not sure what Jamison Phillips going to have to do to get a call in this game, but whatever's happening right now clearly isn't working for this crew. Idaho will take it out in the backcourt. So they're going to clear out the wet spot. And now they're talking to the official at the score table about something. Maybe they're going to review the clock. It's a change of possession. I feel like Idaho probably should have no shot clock, but unless they ruled that Barbosa got it before the 30-second mark, that's probably what they're checking out. While they get that figured out, Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. And Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. The official's still over there at the monitor. Montana State trailing by 8, and got to get a stop here to end the quarter. Keep this thing at single digits. Be ready to strike when that clock turns to the 4th. Okay, still discussing things over there. And the official's going to give an explanation to the Idaho staff and now to Coach Binford. They're going to set the shot clock at 25 seconds. So Idaho still can essentially play for the last shot here in the third. I'd love to see one of those turnovers here by Montana State. They are in the bonus, something to be mindful of as Uriardi works it up the floor and finds Gardner on the right wing into Barbosa. Barbosa runs into Erickson and a foul called. Erickson didn't give her the space, and Barbosa will shoot 2 free throws. You got to be smart. When your team's in the bonus, you got to be smart, and that was not it by Montana State. Barbosa at the line. Pinheiro back into the game. So here's Barbosa. First free throw from Barbosa on the way, no good. Rocky Mountain Credit Union is proud to support Bobcat women's basketball. At RMCU, we're rooted in Montana and focused on members, helping you reach your goals on and off the court. Visit rmcu.net to join your hometown team today. Here's Barbosa again. Can she catch or help the Bobcats catch a break here at the line? No, she makes the second and splits the pair. It's up to a 9-point lead for Idaho. Bunyan inbounds for the Bobcats. They have 20 seconds here to play for final shot. Right side, Jamison Phillip gets it to Bunyan up top. Here comes Taylor Chiric. Right wing, she gets the catch with 9 seconds. Chiric looking to attack. Barbosa there waiting. Hassman swarms and takes the ball away with 4 seconds. Hassman looking for Gardner, bobbles it. Johnson knocks it loose. Now Hassman puts up a floater at the buzzer, and it's no good. That'll take us into the 4th. So the Vandals extend their 5-point halftime lead up to 9. 53-44 the score. Idaho in the driver's seat and 10 minutes away from a Big Sky championship here in Boise. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position and bring you fourth quarter action next. You're listening to Montana State Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's Best Cabinet Shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 53-44 the score. 10 minutes left to play here in Boise with a Big Sky championship on the line. The Vandals in control of this game right now. The Bobcats looking to claw their way back in here in the final period. And it was tied up at 38-38 with a little over 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And then Idaho ripped off an 8-0 run. That turned into a 15-6 run to close out the quarter. Vandals outscore the Bobcats 17-13 in the third. And now the Bobcats face an uphill battle in their quest for a Big Sky Conference championship. Inbounding on the near sideline is Izzy Bunyan. Jamison Phillip will take it up out of the break. Phillip working right, crosses left, looking for Harris on the post-up, finds her. Harris faces up, double team back to Phillip. Baseline J from Phillip is no good. Rebound pulled in by Phillip amongst the trees. Now the ball's knocked loose, and we're going to have no foul and a late call on the jump ball. Well, if their arms aren't hitting the ball to tie it up, what are they hitting is my question. Idaho will inbound. 53-44, 9:42 to play. So the arrow goes right back to the Vandals. Kira Gardner inbounds to Hassman. Hassman up the near side of the court, guarded by Phillip. Throws it across to Gardner. Gardner right wing. Get a screen from Dos Santos. Chiric will stay on. Right side now, Uriarty. Uriarty sat a decent chunk of that first half with 3 fouls as Harris tries to get the steal and can't come up with the loose ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock as Idaho will take it out from the baseline. Inbounding is Hassman. Out to the corner. Here's a 3 from Gardner up over Bunyan. Off the glass. No good. Rebound Harris. Harris clears her space and throws the outlet to Johnson. Now Phillip has it, working up the floor for the Bobcats. Johnson sets a screen. Phillip off the bounce, going left, looking for the cutting Bunyan. Now she'll get it out to Johnson up top. Johnson working left. Trying to get it to Chiric. Now Harris has it. She fakes the handoff to Chiric and faces up. Harris attacks, puts up a runner off the window, too strong. Rebound Dos Santos. She throws the outlet far side to Hassman. Hassman ahead to Pinheiro. Pinheiro on the attack, out to Uriarty, now Gardner. Gardner throws a long pass looking for Dos Santos. She rises up to get it, but her shot is blocked by Ella Johnson. Phillip dives on it, and they call a jump ball. Here's my problem with these jump balls. The whistles are late. And when the other team comes in to get the ball, they're making contact before they get to the ball. Jamison Phillip, apparently she can't be fouled. So Izzy Bunyan will take it out for Montana State. Bobcats get the arrow. 8:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Montana State trailing Idaho by 9, 53-44. Something's got to give here for the Bobcats. We'll see if they can spark a run here. Up top, Bunyan looking out for Chiric, hands it off to her. Pinheiro falls, Chiric finds Bunyan. Bunyan right wing 3 blocked by Gardner. Dos Santos chases down the rebound, and now Gardner gets it ahead to Pinheiro in transition. Chiric sprinting back, knocks Ellie Uriarty off her path, and they'll call a foul on Chiric. Yeah, so before the shot, off-ball foul on Chiric. She was trying to catch up to the ball. Uriarty was in her way. Hassman to inbound on the baseline now for the Vandals. They have 26 seconds on the shot clock. Into Dos Santos. She hands it off to Hassman right side. Hassman out top, guarded by Harris. Gets downhill, switched on to Chiric. Now hands off to Pinheiro. Up top, Gardner. Gardner with Bunyan on her. Looking to bounce it. Gets around her going right. Cut off by Phillip on the switch. Gardner out to the wing. Gets it up to Hassman. Hassman driving. Spin move going right. Puts it up. Blocked by Izzy Bunyan. Rebound Phillip. Phillip attacking the other way. Shot fakes. Gardner flies by. Turnaround hook shot. No good. Rebound bounced around. And we're going to have another jump ball. Bobcats have the arrow. Good job by Jamison Phillip there. Oh, the Vandals have the ball. Okay. Gardner will inbound. The Bobcats come up empty there on the break. Phillip did a nice job there getting the defender to go by her, but just turned around a little too quick. Hook shot was a little too strong off the glass. 7:48 to go. Score still 53-44 in favor of the Vandals. Inbound to Pinheiro. Pinheiro cut off by Bunyan. Gets it back over to Gardner left side. Gardner double teamed in the backcourt, looking to pass around the trap. She gets it over to Pazos. Pazos drives around Johnson. Harris steps in for the help, but Pazos gets the runner. 55-44, Idaho leads. Phillip working the other way for Montana State. Up top, Bunyan to Chiric. Chiric crosses over back to Bunyan. Bunyan shot fakes from the left wing, drives in, steps through traffic, puts it up. It goes underneath the basket and rolls out. Rebound, Addie Harris. Harris to Chiric in the left corner. She throws it back to Harris. Harris being held, no call. Harris left side now as she gets it back from Johnson. Drives into a double. Pazos knocks it loose. Phillip dives on it. She gets fouled as she throws up a prayer at the shot clock expires, and the foul's not called. I mean, Jamison Phillip is just constantly taking contact across her body. Bobcats just ran out of time there on the shot clock. Kira Gardner will inbound. Hassman in the backcourt, back to Gardner. Throws it over the top of Bailey. Uriardi looking to break the pressure. Bailey there. Now Hassman has it. Hassman guarded by Johnson. Gets it out to Pazos. Pazos drives in from the left wing. Kicks it up top. Open three from Gardner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Barbosa. Barbosa dribbles out to the right corner. Now she picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Looking to get rid of it. No 5-second call. Now we got it. Oh, no. It's a timeout for Idaho. All right, well, that'll take us into another break. 6:38 to play in the fourth quarter. Idaho leads 55-44. Montana State scoreless through the first 3.5 minutes of this quarter. We'll have more fourth quarter action when we come back. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Ready to quit smoking, vaping, or using tobacco? QuitNowMontana.com is here to help with free, personalized tools and support anytime you need it. You can connect with trained coaches, get tips at work, and find the motivation to keep going. Thousands of Montanans have quit, and you can too. It's free, it's confidential, and it works. Visit QuitNowMontana.com today and start your journey to a healthier you. All right, so here's the deal. 6:38 to play. Montana State trails by 11, 55-44. They are scoreless so far in the fourth quarter. Brianne Bailey guarding the ball. And looks like we're going to have a 2-3 zone look for the first time all season by Montana State as Haspin drives, kicks it out. Uriarty left corner three, no good. Rebound, Cadence Couture. Couture gets it over to Bailey. Right side, Chiric. On the attack, gets by Gardner, straight to the rim, goes up. Off the glass, it's good. 55-46, it's back to single digits. Idaho in the lead, 6:08 to play. Plenty of time left. Montana State falling back into that zone again. Left side, Chiric on the ball. They throw it inside to Barbosa. Barbosa goes up with it, off the glass, no good. Rebound, bounce around. Pasos comes up with it, tries to go up with it. It's knocked loose by the Bobcats, but Idaho comes up with another loose ball. Left corner, Pasos driving on Johnson. Couture helps off, shot no good. Rebound deflected into the arms of Bailey. She'll get it going the other way. Bailey, cross half court, working to her right hand, finds Couture. Couture picks up her dribble and works it over to Ella Johnson up top. Now to Chiric. Chiric looking to attack again. Dumps it into Bailey. Bailey with a layup underneath the basket. It's good. Nice backdoor cut by Brianne Bailey and a heck of a find by the Big Sky MVP. The Bobcat fans start to make some noise. Gardner working up the court. Erickson tries to poke it loose. Erickson guarding the ball. Gardner with it still. Slowly dribbling, gets a screen from Hassman to the left wing, hands off to Pazos. Pazos there with Bailey on her. She throws it over the top, looking for Barbosa. Ella Johnson says not today, but Barbosa runs it down, knocks Erickson over, and then runs over Ella Johnson, completely out of control. An offensive foul is called on Barbosa. Ella Johnson staying with her step for step. The contact initiated by the offensive player, and we'll go the other way. 55-48. Montana State trailing by 7. 5:01 to go. We'll have our next break on the other side of this 5-minute mark as Couture set to inbound. Chiric in the backcourt. Idaho putting on a little full court pressure as Pinheiro will guard Chiric on her way up the court. Chiric working left. Looking to attack. Gets it out to Couture right side. She thinks about the three. Dribbling to her left hand now. She gets it out to Bailey. Bailey dribbling right back to Couture. Left wing, 12 on the shot clock. Couture off the bounce. Driving downhill. Gets around a defender. A lot of contact there. The runner doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Fatu Paito. No jump ball called either. And now we have a tie-up. Arrow keeps it with Montana State. And we'll go ahead and take a timeout. 55-48 the score. Idaho leads, 4:32 to go. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's Best Cabinet Shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
To leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Back to Craig Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast edition. 4:32 remaining in the Big Sky Championship game. Montana State trails Idaho by 7, 55-48. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product that contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Brianne Bailey will take it out underneath the basket for Montana State. Bobcats just got possession back on the jump ball. They'll switch the arrow back into Idaho's favor. Bailey looks to inbound. Throws a lob up for Harris. It hits underneath the basket. Bunyan runs it down in the corner. Bunyan up top to Fatu Paito. Fatu Paito dribbles left, hands off to Chiric. Chiric attacking downhill out to Harris. Right wing three from Harris. It's no good. Rebound bounced out. Bailey chases it down, and the Bobcats will keep the possession alive. Brianne Bailey with it up top now. Montana State needs a bucket. Bailey out top, gets a screen from Fatu Paito. Bailey reattacks to her right, gets through defender, and gets fouled on the arm. Bailey will shoot two. Two free throws coming up here for Brianne Bailey. Bailey, the freshman out of St. Anthony, Idaho, has 7 points today, 3 of 6 from the field. Bobcats with just 2 bench points in the second half after 17 in the first half. First free throw from Bailey is in and out, no good. Bailey will shoot one more. 4:07 to play. Second free throw's good. We got a 6-point game, 55-49. 4:07 on the clock. Idaho in the lead. Pinheiro up the floor. Trapped by Chiric and Bailey in the backcourt. She gets it out to Gardner. Now Hassman has it up the floor. She gets by Fatu Paito. Throws it into Dos Santos. She goes up around Fatu Paito, and a foul's called. Brooke just couldn't stay in the wall up there. Arms went forward. Looked like she might have got ball, but can't lean. Dos Santos will shoot 2. This season, she's a 66.7% free throw shooter and misses her first. Before her second, Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports, all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. Dos Santos makes the second. It's 56-49. Bobcats trailing by 7. Chiric up top gets a screen from Bailey. Drives going left. Gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson off the bounce. Has the ball knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by Idaho. Bobcats with only 3 fast break points in this game. We know their style. We know how they like to play. Idaho's limiting that. Brianne Bailey to inbound. Bailey looking long. Finds Harris. It's deflected out of bounds. Last touch. No. Do we have a timeout? No. It was deflected out of bounds by Idaho. Now the Bobcats will take it out. They're going to put her in the corner again. Oh, they ruled a kickball. That's why. Okay. Bailey inbounding again. Out to the right wing. It's Chiric. Chiric gets a screen from Harris. Now she reattacks, going to the right, and kicks out to Bailey. Bailey working left out of the corner, gets downhill, kicks it out. Bunyan, left corner three on the way, you betcha. Huge three from Bunyan. We got a 4-point ball game. 56-52, Idaho leads. 3.5 minutes to go as Bunyan knocks down the Wendy's three ball. Right side, Uriarty up the floor. Now Gardner works it back to Hassman. Hassman throws a skip pass to the right corner. Uriarty up to Gardner again. A lot of noise here in the Idaho Central Arena. Probably the two most well-traveled fan bases in this tournament. Left side, Hassman, guarded by Bailey. Gets downhill going right. Works around Johnson, puts it up, hits off the bottom of the backboard, but rebounded by the Vandals. Uriarty gets tied up by Harris, and the possession arrow will keep it with Idaho. The shot clock's at 19 seconds. That ball did not hit the rim. They reset it to 20. They got to take a look at that. Someone's got to notice at some point. Long inbound in, so that's going to get missed. Up top, Dos Santos hands off to Hassman. Harris switches on. Hassman back to her left. Dos Santos rolls off the screen. Hassman drives right, working on Johnson. Johnson reaches in, ball kicked out to Uriarty, out of bounds. Last touch by Montana State. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hassman to inbound. Bobcats so badly need to stop. Down by 4 with just under 3 minutes to play. Hassman looks for Dos Santos, finds her. Dos Santos trapped, gets it back to Hassman on the drive. She kicks out to Gardner. Gardner stepping to her left, takes the three. It's no good. Rebound bounced around, and it's come up with by Uriarty. Back to Gardner. Idaho, time on their side. Will back it out. Left side, Hassman picks up her dribble out top now. Over to Gardner. Gardner to the high post. There's that nail high low. Dos Santos shot off the bottom of the backboard, and a foul is called on Taylor Chiric. And you know, it's hard not to be critical in moments like this. 2 free throws coming up for Dos Santos. That's her second. And you see it on the monitor. I mean, there's nothing there. Dos Santos dives to the ground. And Dos Santos will shoot 2 free throws. Unbelievable. First free throws up and good. For some of the stuff that hasn't been called in this game today, it's a little disappointing. 5-point lead for Idaho with 2:21 to go. Second free throw is good. Dos Santos converts on both. Bobcats trail by 6, 58-52, 2:18 to play. Chiric has the ball knocked loose by Pinheiro. Pinheiro crosses back to her left, gets a screen. On the drive, here's Chiric. She spins back to her right, kicks it out. Johnson has it in the right corner, guarded by Hassman. Back to Chiric, 13 on the shot clock. Chiric attacking left on Gardner, goes up with it, puts it up, off the glass, it's good. 4-point deficit now for Montana State. 58-54, Idaho leads, and a timeout is called. 30-second timeout will keep it here. Are you on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. 58-54 is the score. 1:59 to go. The Bobcats chasing Idaho most of this game. They tied it up in the third quarter. The last time they led was with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. But Bobcats can't quite get over the hump. They've cut it down to 4 or 5 points a couple different times, and now they will look to strike as Kira Gardner will inbound in the backcourt for the Vandals. Bobcats matching up in the backcourt. Gardner inbounding, finds Hassman on the right side. Chiric comes for the trap. Dos Santos gets the release. Ball knocked loose by Ella Johnson, recovered by Dos Santos. Errant pass knocked around by Uriarty, and Jamison Phillip comes up with the steal, and a jump ball is called. Looked like she got hit there again. But possession arrow gives it back to Montana State. Montana State will take it out in the backcourt. Minute 48 to go. Bobcats with the ball down 4. Jamison Phillip rubs the wounds on her arm. Now she'll give it back to Chiric. Chiric setting up shop. They've transitioned Chiric to the primary ball handler. She drives up over a double team, puts up a runner, no good. Rebound Dos Santos, another jump ball. Possession arrow to the Vandals there. Minute 37 to go. Bobcats need a stop, down 4. 58-54 the score. Gardner inbounding in the backcourt once again for Idaho. Schierick defending the inbound. Here comes the pass from Gardner. She's running out of time. She finally gets it into Pinheiro, and a foul is called in the backcourt on Bunyan. 4th team foul on Montana State. Bobcats one away from the bonus now, which they may need here shortly, depending on how these next 35 to 50 seconds play out. Hassman throwing long, looking for Gardner. Johnson trying to run it down. Gardner comes up with it. Phillip guarding her now. Gardner up to Dos Santos. She'll hand off to Hassman. Hassman guarded by Schierick now in the half court. Idaho can take their time. Bobcats need a stop here. A bucket here doesn't end the game, but it really lowers the chances for the Bobcats here in the championship game. Up top, Uriarty back to Gardner. Gardner off the bounce. Picks it up at the wing, throws it long for Pinheiro. 7 on the shot clock. Pinheiro driving on Phillip, working downhill. Phillip staying with her. Out to Gardner, left corner, up to Hassman. Hassman's got to get a 3 up. Blocked by Bunyan. That's a shot clock violation. Huge defensive stand for Montana State, and now they got to score. 1:04 on the clock. 58-54. Idaho leads as Breanne Bailey will check in for Jamison Phillip. Phillip checks out, and with Bailey entering the game, probably will create more of a traditional defensive look for Idaho. Nice strategic move by Coach Binford. Helps you run your offense a little bit better that way as Schierick attacks, going downhill to the left, kicks out left corner 3. Ella Johnson, you betcha. Huge 3 from Ella Johnson. The Bobcats are down by 1, 58-57. 50 seconds left in this game. The fans are on their feet. Left side, Hope Hassman guarded by Schierick. Again, Montana State down by 1 and a foul called. It's a trip on Taylor Schierick. Two free throws coming up for Hope Hassman. What a big shot by Ella Johnson, but that foul just took a little bit of air out of the building. Hope Hassman to shoot. First free throw's no good. Huge, huge miss there. Bobcats down 1, 42.8 seconds to go. Montana State with 2 timeouts remaining. And after this one, I imagine we'll see them use one as Hassman makes the second. Bobcats down 59-57. Timeout Montana State, 42.8 seconds to go. As the proud sponsor of Montana State women's basketball in the RAV fourth quarter, Toyota is always committed to supporting MSU athletes to reach their fullest potential. Toyota, let's go places. 59-57 the score, 42.8 seconds on the clock. Idaho leads by 2. The Vandals just 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter from the field and 0 for 5 from 3. The Bobcats starting to string together some stops. They're outscoring Idaho 13-6 in the fourth. Can they hang on here and get ahead in this game in these final 42 seconds? Will they fall short? Will we see overtime for the second straight day? A lot can change in these next 42.8 seconds. Legacies are on the line here at the Idaho Central Arena as Coach Binford and the Bobcats looking to win back-to-back championships. Can tie it here with a 2, can take the lead with a 3. Izzy Bunyan will inbound from the far sideline. Bunyan looking for Bailey. Now Schierick will pop out. Schierick not there. Now Bunyan. Got to get rid of it. Finds Harris on the left wing. Harris back to Bunyan in the corner. She drives baseline side. She's fouled. And if you're wondering if we're in the bonus, we're not very close. That's the 3rd team foul on Idaho, unfortunately. Breanne Bailey will inbound from the baseline for Montana State. Bailey looking for Schierick. Schierick catches left side. She'll attack going downhill to her right. Kick out. Bunyan. Shot fake. Step back 3 going to her left. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Barbosa, but knocked loose by Harris. Pinheiro comes up with it, and Idaho calls a timeout with 31.5 seconds left here. Pretty solid look from Bunyan, but off the bounce. Tough to get it to fall in that situation. Bobcats down 2, 31.5 seconds left. A very similar situation to what the Bobcats found themselves in yesterday. Now down 2, and 2.5 difference between the shot clock and the game clock once that ball gets inbounded. The Bobcats have, 5 to 10 seconds to play around and see if they can force a trap or a steal or an errant pass. But after that, you got to foul. You can't defend straight up here. The differential simply too small. before both teams take the floor. Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs this upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June of 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. Vandals advance the ball on the timeout far sideline. Gardner will inbound. Right side, Barbosa hands it back to Gardner. Here comes Chiric on the trap on Hassman, back to Gardner. Gardner now. The Bobcats still with a little more time to try and get a steal here. Pass is deflected by Hassman. She runs it down on the sideline, and they're going to call a foul on Taylor Chiric. Bit of an exaggeration there by Hassman, but she'll head to the free throw line now with her team up 2 and 19.8 seconds on the clock. 59-57 the score. Hope Hassman with 2 free throws. She split her last pair. She 1 for 2. Those were her only 2 free throw attempts of this game so far. Hassman, an 87% free throw shooter, and she misses another one. Coach Ben with just 1 timeout left, 19.8 seconds on the clock. 2-point lead for the Vandals. Hassman at the line once again. She makes it. Timeout Montana State. Coach Benford signals she wants to take it out on the far sideline from her bench, the near sideline from where I'm sitting here at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. So the Bobcats will take it out here with 19.8 seconds left, down 3. Feels like we've been in this situation pretty recently. I don't know, maybe yesterday. We'll see if the Bobcats have a little more magic left in the tank. Dubbed the Cardiac Cats by the Bobcat faithful down here in Boise. Can it be Brick Breeden South for one more season? Bobcats took some magic yesterday to get the win over Eastern Washington. Of course, we all remember what happened in the championship last year. We'll see what happens here down the stretch. A 3-point deficit staring Montana State directly in the face. And again, legacy's on the line. This Bobcat team currently tied for second place in program history for wins in a season with 25, looking to get their 26 to sit alone in second place and alone atop the Big Sky Conference. They will break the huddle and take the floor here as the fans rise to their feet here in Boise. Again, 19.8 seconds on the clock. On the floor for the Bobcats, it'll be Bailey, Bunyan, Chiric, Johnson, and Harris. Bunyan to inbound. Montana State down 3, 60-57 the score. Bunyan gets it into Harris, right wing. Harris gets it to Johnson. Now back to Bunyan. Bunyan going left, hands off to Chiric. Chiric back to Johnson, 13 seconds on the clock. Johnson out to Harris. Bobcats got to get one up. Gardner knocks it loose. Harris saves it back to Chiric, and Chiric is fouled with 7.3 seconds on the clock. No, we are not in the bonus, so the Bobcats will get another chance at a 3 here. Bunyan to inbound once again from the near sideline. Idaho now up to 4 fouls. Bobcats came dangerously close to turning it over here on the sideline. Bunyan to inbound. The ref reminds Bunyan the Bobcats do not have a timeout left. Chiric flashing to the ball. Bunyan throws it into Johnson. Johnson attacking left, out to Harris. Harris out to Johnson. Johnson 3 blocked by Barbosa. Rebound Hassman. She's fouled in the backcourt with 1.1 seconds on the clock. The Bobcats were not able to get a clean look there. Barbosa shut it down, and Idaho is on the doorstep of a conference championship. It's going to take a miracle with 1.1 second on the clock. .1 seconds to go. And that's the 5th foul on Taylor Chiric. She'll head to the bench. It's the Big Sky MVP. Fouls out of the Big Sky Championship game. Hassman at the line, looking to put this thing away for the Vandals. First free throw, no good again. If she misses the second, the Bobcats will have a chance at a heave. But that's it as Dos Santos looks to check in. Coach Binford gets a play call in as Hassman puts up the free throw. It's no good. Bunyan's going to have a chance at it. Full court heave blocked by Uriarty, and the Idaho Vandals are the champions of the Big Sky Conference. As confetti flies here in the Idaho Central Arena, the Bobcats come up just short. Final score 60-57, and Idaho will go to the NCAA tournament to represent the Big Sky Conference. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Montana State postgame show here from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. At Vance Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Vance Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK and cataract provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at VanceThompsonVision.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Final score from the Big Sky Championship game. The Bobcats come back in the fourth quarter, comes up just short, just one possession away, couldn't get over the hump. And Idaho punches their ticket to the NCAA tournament with a 60-57 win over Montana State. Some final stats here from Boise. 23 of 52 is what the Vandals finished from the field. They were 44.2%. Vandals go 6 of 18 from 3, 33.3% from the field. The Bobcats 21 of 60 from the field and 9 of 26 from 3. Those three-pointers brought to you by Wendy's. Bobcats 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Idaho 8 of 15. 15 free throw attempts to 8. That's about all you need to hear to sum up how the end of this game went. But tip of the cap to Idaho, and they came in as the 1 seed. They were regular season champs, and now they're tournament champs as they get the win. Montana State was led by Taylor Chiric. She was the only Bobcat in double figures with 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. She added 3 rebounds and 3 assists, as well as 2 steals. Other than that, Jamison Phillip had 8. Addie Harris had 7. 7 points as well for Izzy Bunyan, 8 off the bench for Breanne Bailey, 5 for Tegan Erickson, and 5 for Cadence Couture. For Idaho, they had 3 players in double figures. The leading scorer was Ana Pasos with 12 points. Ana Pinheiro had 11 points, and Hope Hassman also had 11.
7 points for Lorena Barbosa, 5 points for Kira Gardner, and 5 points for Ella Uriardi. Deborah Dos Santos came off the bench and had 9 points and 10 rebounds. The Bobcats did a pretty nice job on the glass in the second half. They won the rebounding battle pretty handily, but only gave up 10 total O boards after allowing 6 in the first half. Montana State finished this game forcing 19 turnovers, but off those turnovers they had 22 points, so pretty solid conversion rate, but only 3 fast break points in this game for Montana State. Another huge difference was the points in the paint battle today. Idaho finishes with 34 points in the paint, Montana State with just 12. So that's pretty much the summary of the final stats as the Bobcats fall short in the Big Sky Championship game, unable to go back-to-back as champions of the Big Sky tournament. And now Idaho will head to the NCAA's 60-57, the final score. We'll go ahead and take a break and have more post-game coverage when we come back. This is Montana State basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, First Interstate Bank broadcast position, bringing you the Montana State postgame show. Final score, Idaho 60, Montana State 57, as the Vandals punch their ticket to the big dance. And I don't think this is it for Montana State. I'd imagine we'll probably have some sort of postseason of basketball coming around the corner, but it sure feels like it right now as Montana State falls short of a Big Sky championship run as they're unable to go back-to-back, losing by 3, 60-57 against the Vandals. Again, just a heartbreaking game. The Bobcats put their best foot forward, came close, made a comeback towards the end, cut it down to 1 at one point, but unable to get over the hump. Hope Hassman hit a couple late free throws, and the Bobcats were unable to convert on their final possession. They had a couple chances trying to get a three-pointer, but unable to do it. And it's a 60-57 victory for the Vandals as they go to the NCAA tournament. Let's go ahead and take a listen to our highlights of the game, sponsored by First Security Bank.
Harris, it's no good off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Out to Chiric. She takes a step to her left and pulls the three ball. She buries it. Taylor Chiric from downtown. She gets the Bobcats started with a 3-0 lead. Hassman driving on Ella Johnson, spins back right. Shot fakes, gets her in the air. Johnson recovers and swats it out of there. Rebound Chiric. Here come the Bobcats. Chiric downhill, kicks it out. Bunyan, left wing, 3, count it. Hassman throws a skip pass deflected by Bailey and stolen away by Couture. Couture driving down the court. Kicks it out. Erickson, left wing 3, on the way. Book it. in rhythm. Tegan Erickson knocks it down, and the Bobcats now trail by 5, 29-24, 3:41 to play in the second quarter. Dos Santos sagging off on her once again as Harris catches right side short corner, attacks going left, kicks it out. Couture, left wing, 3, it's good. Cadence Couture cuts it back to a 2-score game. Bunyan looking ahead for Phillip, now she'll attack. She spins, kicks it out to Harris. Harris, right wing, 3, it's good. 5 quick points by Addie Harris, and we are tied here in Boise. 38-38, 7:49 to go in the third. Harris, right side, drives by Pazos through a double team. A lot of contact. She gets the lay-in to go. That's got to be an and one. 48-44, Montana State trailing. Bailey inbounding again, out to the right wing. It's Chirick. Chirick gets a screen from Harris. Now she re-attacks, going to the right and kicks out to Bailey. Bailey working left out of the corner, gets downhill, kicks it out. Bunyan, left corner 3 on the way, you betcha. Huge 3 from Bunyan. We got a 4-point ball game. 56-52, Idaho leads. 3.5 minutes to go. Chirick attacks, going downhill to the left, kicks out left corner 3. Ella Johnson, you betcha. Huge 3 from Ella Johnson. The Bobcats are down by 1, 58-57. 50 seconds left in this game. The fans are on their feet. Those are your highlights of the game, sponsored by First Security Bank. Let's go ahead and take one more timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here from the Idaho Central Arena at the First Interstate Bank broadcast station as Montana State falls by 3 in the Big Sky Championship to Idaho, 60-57. You're listening to Montana State basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Back from the break, Daniel Salle here, bringing you the Montana State post-game show. 60-57, the final score of today's contest. Idaho, the champions of the Big Sky Conference tournament, as they beat Montana State by 3. And now joining me here on the post-game show is Associate Head Coach Sunny Smallwood. Coach Ben is okay. She's just up doing the press conference right now, so I'm sure you'll all see snippets of that to hear her thoughts up on social media, wherever you look for that kind of content. But here with me now is Sunny, and well, first of all, a heartbreaking finish to this game. Just the final few possessions, comeback effort was there, end up falling just a little bit short. What were you seeing?
Yeah, I think, not sure if we had the legs throughout that first part of the game. We started really creating some havoc in the fourth quarter, and yet we were still hanging around the whole game. It was within 4 to 8 the whole game, basically. And but fourth quarter, we kind of started getting going, causing some disruptions and some turnovers, and we finished with 19 forced turnovers. but not enough to necessarily match what they did by scoring in the paint, whether it be post play, whether it be layups, just drive layups. So yeah, overall thoughts on that. I just thought credit to them. They stuck with their game plan, and I'm not sure we had the legs for it.
Looking at just the final stats, I know it was pretty evenly spread scoring by both teams. I mean, the game high in points was 12. Taylor had 12. Ana Pazos had 12. Really a defensive ball game. What were you thinking that Idaho was doing well defensively to limit us offensively?
Yeah, I think that, first of all, they were moving on airtime extremely well. They were covering us. They never left anybody wide open.
No.
Even the shots we took, they were either right honest on the catch and the shot, or they were certainly within a step or two. So I thought they did a great job on that. I thought they did a great job of swarming the middle whenever we tried to either drive or pass inside. There was an immediate swarm, and it made it tough to get a shot off, let alone kick it out as well. So credit to them. They did a great job.
And I know these moments are never easy on a team. What was Coach Bin's messaging like in the locker room afterwards?
Her message was, I'm just so proud of you. A lot of teams come to this moment and, they have to say goodbye to seniors, and we have no seniors. We return every single person. And to think that we are probably the third best team in Big Sky history with no seniors and 6 freshmen at that is really unheard of. And so we're extremely proud of this group. We're extremely proud of their grittiness, their toughness, and just what they've done all year. And, not only that, just referring to who we are as people. This group sticks together, and she told them continue to stick together because there's special things in our future. And she just couldn't say enough how proud she was of them.
Well, Sunny, any final thoughts before I let you go?
I want to thank the Big Sky Conference. I want to thank everybody in our administration and Montana State Athletics. The support, the community has been incredibly great. And just, really shout out to all of them for sticking around and being there for us. I also just want to add my own how proud I am of this young group. It's been a really incredibly fun journey with them, watching them grow, and just watching them become the players and the young women that they are, and just the future is incredibly bright.
Well, Sonny, I appreciate your time as always, and I'm not sure if this is it for us yet. I mean, we'll find that out, I guess, over the next few days as far as other postseason options, but congratulations on what this team has been able to accomplish so far.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that.
That was Sunny Smallwood joining us here on the post-game show as Montana State falls 60-57 here in the Big Sky Championship game at the hands of the top-seeded Idaho Vandals. And, well, what's next? I'm not sure, but I will give a shout-out to Vance Thompson Vision anyway, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the MSU Bobcats. This is normally where I do our look ahead. But I'm not sure if we're going to play another game. And that's kind of a hard feeling to process right now, and I can't imagine what's running through the minds of those players and those coaches. But for me personally, it's not an easy one, and this moment's been tough. But we'll see if the WBIT is in the cards. We'll probably hear more on that over the next few days, I'd imagine. But for now, if this is my last time talking to you guys on air this season, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I echo a lot of the sentiments Sonny just had. And that's about the fans, the support we get. That's about the listenership out there, which I really appreciate. And I know, a lot of you have been texting me over the course of the games all season, and I really appreciate that. And I wish I could bring a little more joy in this moment, but we saw the absolute peak of sports in last year's Big Sky Championship game, and now we're seeing what it looks like on the other side, and it's not an easy feeling. So we'll keep on keeping on here, and we'll see if we have more basketball for you over the next few days. The WBIT, likely a possibility, but we're not going to know that until we know, so keep your eyes peeled. But, again, just a really, really a pleasure to be able to work in this program and cover this program and help tell their story to all of you out there. I think, no matter how the season ends, I always want to make sure I'm coming from a place of gratitude because what we have in this program is special, and like Sonny just said, these Bobcats aren't going anywhere. It's going to be another great season next year, and exciting signing class, an exciting returning roster, and the journey's just going to continue on, and Coach Ben's going to keep working hard and keep trying to get back to this moment and hopefully get over the top again this time in 365 days. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here from Boise. Again, like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure. And, again, really sad that this team couldn't quite get over the hump today. And like Sonny mentioned, you give credit to Idaho. They go through the Big Sky season at 17-1. One of the most dominant runs through conference season that we've ever seen, and they were tremendous. And they held serve all through the tournament. They handled the business today and led for majority of this game, and the Bobcats are just not able to get over that hump in the second half. And, that's sports, and sometimes that's life. And today, lessons will be learned, and we have no choice but to keep moving forward. So thanks, everyone, again for tuning in, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So I'm Daniel Salle saying goodbye here from the Big Sky Championship game one final time, and hopefully we'll have another game to bring to you on these airwaves later this season, but we won't know for a few days. So thanks again, and good night here from Boise. This has been a presentation of Montana State basketball from Learfield.
Bobcat women's basketball has been brought to you by DoorTech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Minds.